Check.
Just rip it.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, we're just rolling. So
Awesome,
he's
boys.
staring at us.
We got Dino. We got Liam, Ollie, Ryan, Jack. We're back. A little bigger time this time.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Couple more
boys.
microphones.
Good to have you, fellas.
Thanks
Couple
for
weeks in
having
the
us.
making. Couple months in the making. Porcelain, the band. Can we get a little porcelain?
You've gone and broken
Yeah,
again.
buddy. Hell yeah.
He
So what's
usually
been up,
only does
boys?
that for money, dude. You're lucky. You're lucky you got that out of him.
Yeah.
Usually
what's
doesn't
been
do
going
that
on?
unless he's getting paid.
What has been going on? We've been playing a lot more, I'd say. Dino started drinking a gallon of water every day, and the music has changed.
I saw that gallon out there.
Yeah,
It's
the
It's
new
out
thing.
there.
It's my gallon.
How many microplastics do you fucking
I don't know. It's going straight to the testicles too. I don't know.
A gallon of
Testy
microplastics?
check every day. Make sure we're fucking everything's
Guy's part
working right.
plastic.
You should get a porcelain water bottle.
That's a
Throw a
great
sticker
fucking
on it.
idea.
Let's talk about the band name.
The origin of the name.
Yeah.
Well, the name is we started off as Fat Camp. Just on the record.
I do remember that, and I to be honest, I loved it.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it.
A lot of
people
Yeah,
loved
it was
it.
polarizing.
A lot of people hated it.
Yeah, a lot of people
good
did.
thing.
A lot of people hated it.
Tons of people.
Were you the number one
including
hater?
I was a big proponent against it.
I was
Yeah?
also a hater.
Who
It was
was the original name maker?
Dino?
I was the biggest supporter of it.
yeah.
You know,
I
we were
felt
like, it was like
bad.
one of these things where we like, dude, we couldn't find a name for like 2 months. And then I think I was like fed up. I was just like, why don't we just call ourselves like Fat Camp as a joke? And then Dino was like, dude, like Fat Camp.
The biggest thing that I feel like the boys haven't seen was Heavyweights, the movie.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Heavyweights?
Yeah.
So you know, you go to fat camp is like the ultimate thing in the movie, and I was like, fat camp, yes, unbelievable.
There's got to be a fat camp out there though. Did you do a
There
check?
is, yeah. When we actually played our first show at Music Box, I think it was like somehow it was who was it? It was Kyle Rising and St. Luna, and I went to search St. Luna on Spotify to like check out their music, and then in the search, like right underneath them came this random band Fat Camp.
Yeah.
I think probably the algorithm had like people had been making a similar search, and I checked it out. I can't remember what the music was, but it wasn't us.
That was like the Shakes for them. They were the
Yeah.
Shakes. For,
Mm.
Yeah, I never really liked that.
Who,
And-
Casual Yak?
Yeah.
You guys were the
Casual
Shakes?
Yak's a
Yeah,
great
we
name.
should-
I got an OG
Yeah.
Shake shirt somewhere.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should have made
We should have.
limited run.
Your guys' first show was at Music Box together?
No, our very first show was at a
Nautilus.
Tsunami in the Bay.
Backyard? Was it
Oh, yeah.
Bill's?
We played
Oh, yeah,
Nautilus,
good point.
didn't we?
So yeah, okay. Very first show I think was a backyard party. Then we did this show called Tsunami on the Bay, which the Tsunami. Was it?
Yeah, I
Tsunami?
was at that. Yeah, I was at
Was it
Fiesta Island,
Yeah.
right?
were you straight covers? Or
No, we had originals.
We had, like,
Jam
one
and
original.
Cheese.
Oh, so
We
you were
had
playing
Jam and
together
Cheese.
before the first show.
Yeah, so we started the
yeah.
band in February of last year, and it was us three and the drummer. We found Dino.
On
Uh,
Craigslist?
Met
Absolutely.
Dino at
A weapon,
Queen's
a
place.
gun for hire.
Yeah, dude. At Reed's
Casablanca.
place. Yeah, which is where we did that music video.
Was he playing Rage Against the Machine?
No, I don't
Actually,
know
I
what
wasn't
you were
there when
doing.
you guys met him.
You're kind of just running around.
I was just jamming. And,
You're
yeah,
just jamming.
Was that right
Mhm.
after the Jam Pack days? Had to be, right?
it was.
No, it was right after Don't Tell Your Mom.
Yeah, don't tell your mom. Jam packs
Oh,
was,
and that
was
fell apart.
going down a little bit, and then I was in Don't Tell Your Mom. That just ended. Then I went
Yeah,
over
how'd
to.
that end?
Someone told your mom and it was done.
Yeah, Dad came into the picture. It got weird, but no, we that ended, and then we ended up going to gym at Reed's house. Shout out to Reed, Casablanca.
Shout out.
But-
Reed Brat.
Reed Rant, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Terrific guy. Terrific guy.
Oh, we got sidetracked on that.
Here we go.
How to
Sorry.
get
Big
back
guy.
to porcelain. So it went from fat camp to taking a
Oh, yeah.
shit, and then toilets are made out of porcelain.
Oh, so I was like getting injured. I still
He used
can't-
to roll into practice. I'll tell a story. He used to roll into practice
tell the
with these
story.
weird injuries all the time. Like, I remember one time you stepped on bees. You had like 2 bee bites on both feet. His feet were like swollen, and he was just coming in with like bruises
Fucking
all
Dane
over him all
Cook,
the
fucking
time.
bees.
And I just started calling him the porcelain boy because I was like, "You're made of glass." He was just always showing up to practice like limping, like fucked up.
Yeah, I broke a toe. I separated
Broke a
AC
toe.
joint. I got like some other injury on my other side of my back.
Crooked.
But then we thought it was gonna be porcelain boy, and we just like chopped the
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
And then
Like
We
Facebook.
were Ferrari boys for like
That's
6
right.
hours.
For like an hour.
Yeah.
We were
I think
Ferrari
we-
boys.
We
Yes,
had
yes,
you.
I
Do
was
you remember
talking to you
that?
on the phone, and you're like, "We're spitballing right now. I think we're going as Ferrari boys."
But that was like a joke.
like,
thing.
that was a good one.
That
That was
wasn't like what we were
the
gonna do
Monster
for real. That
Bash
was like for the
three-legged
Monster
dog.
Bash.
He was
Yeah.
like, we need a name for this for the poster, and we were like, all right, Ferrari boys. And we texted him like 6 hours later, like, all right, that's not
Yeah,
actually
scratch
our
that, scratch
name."
that, scratch that.
He like made the flyer with like spent like 3 hours on a flyer, and then we called him. We were like, "Yo, we can't
He's
do it."
pitched like 8 different bands, Dish Pit, so I'm surprised that wasn't his first.
Dish pit.
yeah.
Dish Pit's been his long
I've
lost
been
dream.
I've been holding that for years. Yeah, that's gonna be mine at some point.
Dish Pit.
Dish pit.
Yeah.
Solo drum band.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful.
Damn. Yeah.
So no like relation to toilet.
No, I actually had never heard of Porcelain as toilet afterwards, but until afterwards. But now I think we're gonna drop some sneaky toilets around everything.
Yeah, you should.
Talk to
for
this
sure.
guy. He's spent more time on some porcelain than family
Yeah,
of
I
four.
need some IBD fucking gummies.
I got you.
100%.
I got you.
100% works always.
Yeah, 60% of the time. Or
Yeah,
100%
90% of the time.
So back to the
Bad
show.
joke.
So you guys played a couple like unofficial shows. It sound like, and then first venue was Music Box.
Yeah, all credit to Gino.
Yeah, this guy can market.
Yeah.
pretty hilarious.
That's pretty awesome.
But we kind of crushed. Like we have I mean, maybe not musically crushed, but the crowd size crushed and like the party crushed. It was super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. That's everything,
I
and
think
I feel
people
like San
enjoy
Diego-
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, the vibes are awesome.
Yeah.
San Diego, it's all about the vibes. But you guys are pretty good on Spotify already. 2 drops and
Yeah.
one of them with
I
35,000. How did that's just good music, right? Or how
Yeah.
can you promo that?
We submitted it on like to a bunch of playlists and stuff. There's like a app and you can like submit it and they take it or they don't take it. So that really helped for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was gonna say for that first show, we'd only been together for like a couple months and rocked like one of San Diego's sicker venues for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then we ended up going back a year later, and that I think I mean it's hard to pick a favorite show, but that one we told
That
also
was when it was like a
crushed.
thing.
Yeah,
Like
we were a
at least
band
for
by
me,
then.
it felt like serious.
Was
like,
is that the videos on Spotify? Is from that show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
like when Dino, the drummer, was. I don't know. I'm sure that's happened before, but we had the drummer crowd surf.
Yeah.
No way.
That was a
That was
mission.
the
I don't think I
antic
saw that.
show. Yeah, that was the antique
Yeah,
show.
antic show. It was funny. We picked out. We had I had like a drum coach, and he was in the crowd, and Ollie saw him and pointed him out, and to come up on stage, and I ran off stage, and we kind of planned it a little bit before, but
It was all planned.
Liam
Yeah,
and
except for me
Ryan
and
had
Liam.
no idea. So I just ran off right after the song was A-Punk, and I just ran off, and they had no idea what happened. And then Ollie picked out him in the crowd. He came up and played the song with him, and I ran in the back, and I did I crowd surfed all the way up. But Liam was the funniest. Liam was
I
like,
had no idea.
I have a GoPro of it too, and Liam's like looking around.
I
and,
started
like,
playing
he's-
the song. I started like the intro to the song, and all of a sudden Ollie like grabs my shoulder. He's like, "Yo, yo, yo." And I look around, and Dino's seat was there, like still swiveling from where he left. It was
That's
like
crazy.
a cartoon, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I thought, I don't know if we could say this, but like your ex-girlfriend was in the crowd that night. I thought maybe she said something to him side stage or was lurking side stage, and he
It's
like,
always the ex-girlfriend.
and he bailed, and I was like, damn, we're kind of on a heater. Like this is it. Like I guess this is how it goes.
We made it.
This is it. All right.
Well, the thing that you guys set up too was we had a rehearsal at Rock and Roll Studio. We
Yeah, I can't
like
believe you
booked
guys
the
didn't
big
put it
room,
together.
and I know, and Dino's coach was there. His name's Corey,
Corey.
and he
Corey.
was there, and you guys were like, "Oh, like he knows A-Punk, like he'll just like play with us, like we can just rehearse it, and he'll play, like he wants to play a song with us." And so we actually played that song with Corey and rehearsed it. Like unknowing to us, they set us up, and then during the show, I remember Dino.
He's like, yeah, this is my
Diabolical.
friend Corey. He plays drums. He wants to play a song. I was like, all right, Corey.
So
Dino
Dino
on the drum kit,
They
dude.
talk like
Corey,
that.
Dino splits on stage, and I think, oh my God, Corey's in the audience. Like he can come up and frill for him. Like, we just practiced this yesterday. Like, this is the best case scenario.
And Ruben,
And then like halfway through the song, I kind of
Ruben was trying to get on stage, and if Ruben sees this, I love you, Ruben. But he was like, because they were like, yo, who in the crowd plays drums? And that kid
He's
came
like-
forward, and then Ruben came forward, and I was like,
He could have crushed
I was
it.
like, don't let Ruben on. Don't let Ruben on. Don't let Ruben on. I was being serious because we were like in front of. Dude,
You're
there's
lucky
like
fucking
500
Ben
people in
wasn't
there.
there.
There's a lot of people.
I'd have been running.
You would have been
far
out there in
from
the
it.
Borat suit.
No, shout out to Ruben. Ruben's a great.
No,
dude.
Ruben is.
Ruben
I'm
would've crushed
saying
it.
I wasn't shitting on him, but the reason I was like let Corey up because we just played the song the night before with
Yeah.
Corey.
Yeah,
So I
you
was
were
like,
so
I know this
stoked.
kid knows this
I
song.
was like,
I
this
forgot
is
that Ryan was like,
perfect.
"Oh my god, thank God, we literally practiced with this guy."
That's
He did-
hilarious.
That's awesome.
But we planned it the whole time, so
Yeah.
I feel like my acting was okay. I
and then
convinced you
halfway through the
guys.
No,
song,
kill
Dino
it.
comes through the back. You see him in the
Just
crowd.
crowd surfing.
That's when I was like,
He's just
dude,
in the
if you see
crowd.
the video, I
You-
was literally like,
You crowd surf from
I
back.
literally
to,
had my hand.
did you
on
go
my
from
head.
back to front?
Yeah,
Yeah, back to
You
front.
Did you give him the?
Yeah,
Did you give him the
come back
answer?
on stage.
Jeez.
Yeah, I did.
Backwards.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Body
It was
surfed
well
it.
set up.
That was like pretty unlike you too, because I feel like you would just power through it. Like you
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
I was like, even if he got hurt or something, he would just power through it. But I
always. Yeah.
was like, damn,
But
something must have happened to him.
How long after that did you drop the Spotify stuff? Or
Uh,
was that already out and then you added the videos?
No, we just dropped Spotify. Like
that was on my birthday,
July.
July 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so you guys
Like,
are
Shout out
crushing.
July 19th.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
Is it
3
like a
months
straight
later.
spike or was it a slow climb? Like,
It was like a really big spike at the start, and then it's just been like a slow, kind of steady climb.
kinda
Hope
went
it's
like-
been
It's a good
going.
climb though.
No, it
Yeah.
kind of started spike and then it went like kind of like slow trajectory up, and then something happened where we got picked up by somebody because like
Bitcoin.
we get Bitcoin. It was like 1,000 plays a day, and all of a sudden like I woke up one day and we had like 5,000 more, and then the
Oh,
next
yeah,
day it's
from that-
5,000.
Yeah, you're
more,
like
and all of a
se-
sudden it was like
7,000 a
6,000,
month
and it just
right now,
starts
right?
stacking up.
Yeah, we were looking at you guys have like 7,000 listeners a month, which
Yeah,
is
From
pretty
two
sweet.
songs.
Yeah.
It's
songs.
crazy. So
Yeah.
I think
when
the
are you
biggest
gonna
thing
drop
is
some more.
yeah, it's just
We're trying.
playlists. Like, getting on playlists is huge.
Yeah.
We
You
got
know?
picked up by a couple random playlists that we were like looking into, and like I'm not sure because we submitted to a bunch of playlists. Also got picked up by a few. But yeah, I think the submission thing definitely helped a lot.
What
Yeah.
what
Dude,
bands are like on those playlists with you?
There was a few with like Dominic Fike. There's a few with like
Ash is
Arctic
the-
Monkeys. So like the way like Spotify kind of works, you have like the editorial playlist that like Spotify people make.
Yeah.
That's like by genre or by mood. And then there's like then like the kind of second level is more of like it's like me and you make playlists, but then we get listeners to our playlist. So then you can go ahead and submit to them to see, hey, here's
Yeah.
our song, check it out. You know, and some people are brutally honest in regards to it. They'll write back and be like,
This
the
sucks.
music is terrible. Like the drummer blows or like something bad. You're
Yeah,
like,
I understand
what
why it's called porcelain.
you guys
Yeah.
check?
Yeah, you
It's the shit.
But
Damn.
but the people that like it, yeah, I think definitely we got a huge response from the song Porcelain. Super catchy,
Yeah.
and was able to you know, just kind of been jumping through the algorithm. So it's
And
good.
Yeah.
the music video.
Oh.
You think that helped spike some? Because that music video is legit.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was cool.
Extremely legit.
Shout out
Yeah.
Kurz.
Yeah, we saw you the day that you were going to do that, or the night before we were.
I was
texting
trying to get you
about-
guys to come.
Yeah, you were.
You were
like,
at
Yeah, we absolutely blew it.
it was your birthday. No, it was your birthday.
Was
You
it?
guys
Oh
were-
yeah,
it
we were
was
at
your
the
birthday.
beach.
You guys
we were at the beach for Ben's birthday.
You guys are good.
We were pretty worthless. We were worthless.
I was trying to get you to come over afterwards. Though, either way.
I got kicked out of PB Pub that night. That's not even
Oh, no.
possible.
Yeah.
I didn't think
That's a
that was
high bar.
possible.
I don't think I made it in the PB pub, so they didn't even let me in the door.
So you guys got 2 singles. Is that kind of your game plan right now? Is just do the single thing, or is that just that's just how it went?
Say relatively, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
The
there's
information age, dude.
they keep
Yeah,
it
no, I was
short.
just gonna say it's kind of like the way to do it. It
Gen
seems
Z.
like
Albums are dead.
Yeah.
Short form content.
yeah,
Yeah.
bite-sized
They
pieces.
want that dopamine hit, and then they want to move on to the next
Yeah.
one.
And you named the first song after your band name. You blew that already.
Yeah.
You only get one of those.
Running
so
out of
at
names.
least it
porcelain
worked.
by porcelain on porcelain about
Yeah.
porcelain.
Porcelain too.
Choruses.
Album
Could be like
cover.
Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's also I would love to do an album because albums are dead. Whatever, but do it for yourself. I think if I look at like some of my favorite albums, they're very cohesive. And if you look at the way we've been recording and writing, it's very spotty. Like we write a lot, we like go hang out a lot, and are very productive, and like go on a series of vacations. The boys don't meet for a while. And so I think until we have an opportunity, and when we have the opportunity to actually do like a whole cohesive project where we're all together, like start to finish, I would love to even have it be a live one.
Yeah, you got to go to a Shack and Big
That'd-
Bear or something.
We just
Or
we
right
just
here
did
at
something
Signature
similar.
Studios
Yeah,
with
just-
our
yeah.
young Jamie in there.
Bring the
Yeah.
crowd
Yeah,
over, young
true.
Jamie.
Jamie?
Jamie?
He
Yeah.
doesn't have a mic, but he's sticking his hands up right now. Jamie.
Young Jamie.
Yeah, but that would be super rad. And so I think until we get to that point where we're like ready, and that's like if I think of my favorite example, like the Parcels as this live album, where like every song is boom, like all the transitions are like seamless, so the album never stops. And that would be like a time where we'd have fun, like changing keys, doing some crazy transitions, and like, so I look forward to doing that. But I think until then, just keep it short and punchy. Because I even noticed with my own favorite artists, like you get like album just dropped, and some people listen to the whole thing, but some I just like spot click, and hopefully I click the good ones.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, Spotify made that tough, I feel like, 'cause
Yeah.
you don't know which one's good until you listen to the whole thing, and then you got to wait for it to pop up on
Yeah,
their,
100%.
on their like preview. You see what songs really playing.
Yeah.
Are you guys all working right now? Would that be hard to do?
Yeah.
It'd
It'd be hard to get together for enough time to
Well,
do a
we-
whole album.
We do limited. Like we just did a trip in Idlewild where
3
we
days.
basically shacked up, like for 3 days in a house and just grinded on a bunch of stuff. But like 3 days is kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, what did you get out of? Did you get a few songs out of 3 days?
Yeah, I'd say we so we've done this before. And the last time we kind of created more. This time we had I'd say 3 songs that we like really polished and like worked on. And then a lot of jamming as well, which is very fun.
So much fun.
Therapeutic.
Yeah. It's just a good time,
Florida
especially in that Idlewild. It's beautiful and you can hike and stuff, but like we stayed in the house.
Yeah.
All the instruments set up. Like we woke up at like Dino would be up at 6 drinking water, running,
Microplastic.
getting his plastics up.
Gotta stay hydrated, boys.
But then
Come
we
on.
play. We would just play for like the whole day. We take like an hour break, 30-minute break, and then just keep playing.
Any extracurriculars going on up there?
Boxing, a little
yeah,
sparring.
some fighting.
We did some.
I was
we did
talking
some
more about like
gummies.
mushrooms and stuff. But
Just
I
pure,
picked up on it.
pure cardio. It
Oh yeah,
sounds
there's
like
one. We
just a lot of hydration and a lot of
shit ton of
outdoor
water.
activities.
I feel like we're kind of like we don't go hard with the chemicals. I feel like,
We-
we smoke a little weed, we have a couple glasses of wine, and then we just like jam and play the blues.
You're
or,
purist.
like,
Awesome.
Yeah, the no
Yeah.
shoes kind of was definitely leaning towards
we
yeah, some trippy stuff. But
we
wine's cool.
we have this one funny story, which leads into an answer to your question. But like, we used to always practice at Liam's old house, and there was like a garage, and then usually we take like a 5 or like take 10, and then like Dino and I would go raid snacks in the kitchen.
you guys would eat my food.
Liam's got these.
So he has
Liam's
like
got these hair and nail
he has
gummies.
like he has hair,
Oh, yeah,
skin and
yeah,
nails,
yeah.
Kirkland
You
vitamins.
guys didn't raid
And
snacks, dude.
They're the
Get
gummies.
outta here.
And like every time we were in the kitchen, I would grab like 4 or 5 of them, pop them, and they're delicious. And you're like, oh, there's a lot of biotin in there. There's vitamin C. Vitamin A. This is great. Like, and
That's
they're
why you got to
delicious.
drink so much water to flush it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, vitamins. It's a real thing. We'll get into that in another podcast. But so we would always pop them, and then he was recording in the garage, and me and Ollie are in there, and I'm like, oh, I'm starving. He's like, I'm starving too. I look over. He has the canister of the Kirkland vitamins. So he's popping a few. I'm like, oh, give me a few. And he took a few too. And we're sitting there, and then
That's what you get for stealing.
He got smoked on biotin gummies.
so so we're chilling there, and
His hair started
literally
growing
Ollie's sitting there next to me, and he's like, oh, I don't feel well right now. I'm not really feeling that good. And I'm like, dude, just chill. And he's getting up, he's walking around, going a little manic. And I'm like, dude, sit down. Like, what are you doing?
I'm like working on freaking Logic, and these guys are like, dude, I don't feel so good.
No,
I'm like,
so-
dude, chill out.
So I jump on, I get a phone call. I do a phone call for probably like 15, 20 minutes. And I hang up the phone and I put the phone down. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, whoa, I don't really feel that good. And I look over, Ollie's sitting next to me and he's staring at me right in the eyes. I'm looking at him in the eyes. And he's like, do you feel that? And I was like, yeah.
No, it was you.
Oh, no, I looked at you and I was like, do you feel that? You're
No,
like,
you just looked at me. You looked at me and just went, the gummies.
yeah.
It was the hardest I've ever laughed.
But at first I got like super scared because I'm like, oh my God, like, am I having like a mental breakdown? Or I'm like,
We had,
dude,
like,
he had
4
mold
of
in his
them.
house for a while. So in my head, I was like, I'm breathing in the mold. There's mold in this house.
All right, come on.
He doesn't live there.
You guys eat my food, shit in my house.
Yeah,
dude.
shitting on your crib.
You suck, dude.
He doesn't live
You're,
there
you're
anymore.
moldy fucking pet.
Moldy guy over here.
What? So was it fucking drugs or what? You're
Oh,
killing
so-
me.
It was
Yeah.
weed gummies, bro. These guys were stealing
Oh
my
my
fucking
God.
shit.
So
And these
you had,
guys
like,
ate like
4
5, I don't know,
We
they
had, like,
took like
100
20
milligrams.
mgs, dude.
No, not 100.
I was cooked.
100 mgs, whatever.
I was cooked.
What? So
We're
why was
having
he
an
doing
out
this?
of body experience. That's
Oh.
every time I
We
smoke
started
weed. I
playing music.
fucking
It was awesome.
Yeah,
That
these
was the
guys
best
were acting
part.
like it was their first time being high, too. They were like, oh, this
well,
is
sneaky
crazy.
high.
I
is
was
a
relieved,
that's a
dude.
different
I thought I
world.
was having a stroke, and I'm looking at him like, yes.
I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen
Accidental highs.
trying to figure out how to pour water for like 20 minutes. Couldn't do it. I went in. I like to go figure it out. That's when this gummy thing happened. We like cried laughing for like 10 minutes and like so high I couldn't do anything, like couldn't talk. But Dino, we could play music. So we did like play music, and we ended up writing this song that one day we're gonna put together. But like we put a little song together, jammed, and then Dino had to go. You're a champ for leaving, but I actually spent the next 8 hours like on a sofa, like immobile. So somehow we were able to jam. But then we just thought for this retreat that we'd like run it back, and everyone took edibles and just got high and played. It was super fun. We also have another legendary recording from that as well. Yeah, that's our only chemical.
You guys drugged yourself.
Yeah,
It's good.
that was good though. It's good fun.
It was a good fun day. Yeah.
In the mold crib.
The mold crib.
Termite crib.
I was like working. I was like being
Bug
serious. I was
crib.
like trying to record, and they were like, "You guys
Losing
kept
it.
talking about it." And I was like, "Dude, like, if you guys don't feel good, just go home." And you were like, "No, something's wrong. Something's wrong." I was like, "All right, well, like, I got to get this done." So like, I don't know, drink a glass of water. Or something.
Yeah, drink a lot of water.
So did you guys
Yeah.
like bring all the recording gear up there?
Yeah, we brought everything.
Tracked everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixing
just-
it right now, or what's the plan?
Yeah, we tried to work on some demos.
It's all just demoing.
And just kind of polish the structure. We're trying to record actual like legit recording, get drums, and then put stuff on top of that. But it was some really good stuff that came out of the trip, and just getting these songs like more familiar and a little bit more dialed in. So
Do you play multiple instruments, some of you, or
Oliver
everyone's-
definitely does. Yeah, he picked up guitar really quick. He started with piano. He's a phenomenal piano player.
I taught him.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't play piano.
I've been dabbling in piano a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of started with guitar, moved to bass, as bassists do. And Dino, I think you play like
Dino's always got a guitar in the office.
triangle.
Cowbell.
Cowbell.
Never
No,
had
you
enough.
right. Dino has a couple good guitar songs
Yeah.
that also are on the wait list, dude. On the queue.
The simple, like, just power chords.
Yeah, but they
Plain
bang.
style.
They're
Better.
good.
It's good.
But yeah, so we have those. And I think the process is so we try to record drums because, I mean, you can be as attentive, like when you jam and play together, you can be pretty attentive, but you're also paying attention to what you're playing, so it's kind of hard to listen to all the parts. And then when you actually go to the trouble of tracking or demoing at home, like all the time we'll hear something like, "Yo, let's change this up or change that up, or I'm gonna lay off or add this," like on the It'll Be a While, adding like crazy guitar layers,
yeah.
just having fun.
Yeah. It's
Um,
super fun.
You guys mix all your own stuff thus
no
far?
way. No, I think that's the big shout out to Ben Moore at Singing Serpent. That's why Porcelain
Shout out
sounds the way
Ben.
it does. Shout out Ben. So I think it's also making sure that, like, we did a studio session at the start of this year, and it was like kind of a reality check of like get in there, and it's kind of stressful to get everything done.
Yeah, and to be prepared. And we thought that we were like very prepared,
Yeah.
and I think that we were. It took so much longer than I think we all expected, and there was just
There's
stuff
an
that came
element of
up.
pressure too with
Bro.
it. You know,
Totally.
when you're like on the clock to
Yeah.
perform,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
never
Liam.
really.
Yeah, and you're paying for
play.
your time
But
too.
also then
so-
you start like, it's almost like when if you're like a chef and you're making like soup, you like taste it and you're like, oh, what if I put a little bit of this in or that in? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, put a couple gummies in it.
You like think you know something, then you start, I don't know, you just
And
start
you burn your
laying
fucking
your
tongue
tracks
and-
down. You're like, oh, you could do this little, I don't know, for guitar, like I layer a lot of things. So I'm like, once I hear the track, I'm like, oh, I'll be sick if I put this fill over here and this over here. Like all of a sudden I hear a melody that I haven't heard before, and it's just like,
Is there shit you'd change on the 2 songs that you dropped on Spotify, or
That we change when we play.
would you change
Yeah,
if
there's
you could go back in time?
there's probably one thing I would change on Porcelain, but it doesn't really matter.
yeah for
It's like
sure.
split.
Yeah,
Yeah, never
we all
looked.
have
And
stuff
literally the
like
reason
that.
why I would change is because it was in the studio and it's the bridge, and I didn't have anything really written yet. And Roy's just like, he was like, all right, like it's your turn. Like it was literally like 20 minutes left. And yeah, I just like had to kind of throw something down with 20 minutes, and then I just never redid it.
It's kind of one of those things. Like once it's down, you don't really.
And now
wanna,
35,000 people have heard it.
Yeah. Remaster it.
Yeah.
Try not to think about it.
Yeah.
Porcelain remastered.
So North Carolina,
I'm from San Diego.
you're from
I
San
think I'm the
Diego.
only
Wow.
And you're
local.
also California? Or no?
Yeah, but NorCal.
NorCal? Where?
Bay
The
Area.
Bay.
East Bay?
Uh,
Part.
Palo Alto, South Bay.
Okay.
LOL.
So-
Boston.
Represent.
Boston, Massachusetts.
That poor area.
Golly.
Boston University.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think you've been? Has there been a lot of more relationships that came from Porcelain?
Honestly, yeah.
To say that.
With
What do you mean
girls.
relationships?
I remember
like women?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Girls,
I
boys.
thought about us about friends, but it's been sick. It's been, I remember.
I don't know if any of you guys have
He's
girlfriends
like, oh,
or
it's been
anything
sick.
like
I've
that.
been getting laid a lot.
Yeah, are you getting? Are you
Dumb down
getting?
any more
Yeah,
than
are you
that?
getting laid or not? Or fucking? Did you get a chick from it?
Never from the band in particular, I wouldn't say. But I would say it's made a ton of new friendships, and it's just like a cool scene. Like we went to what is it? Ripe, a concert the other day, and like it's 90% knowing Dino, 10% being in the band. But like all of a sudden you're in the back room. I was like chopping it up with the singer. I remember when I first moved here, I heard about the band of Gringos, and we used to go see their shows, and I like thought they were so cool. I still do. And then like now I am homies with Spence and Casey. And like, yeah, just locking into the musician scene. Like, yeah, because I remember when I first moved here, I thought everyone's a legend. And then all of a sudden you're like bumping shoulders with these guys. It's rad. So
Yeah, you're
that's a good relationship.
Playing the same spots and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's just it's like a cool subculture. I don't know how to describe it, but
Were you big Casual Yak fans?
dude, Liam was a big Casual Yak fan.
I didn't know about you guys till
Huge.
Porcelain was already a thing.
Really?
Then we went and saw you guys at Music Box. I was like,
Because
these
you knew
guys
about
are
them
sick.
before I
We
knew
played
about
together
them.
at Music Box one time.
Mm-mm.
No, we saw you at Music Box. We went to.
I swear to.
I had
no,
heard of you
was-
guys when I first moved to PB in like 2019. I remember seeing like Casual Yak flyers and stuff like that, but I never like.
I think I was taking pictures for
Yeah.
Three-Legged Dog, and I was in the green room with you guys.
Yeah.
We were partying. That was
That-
fun. That was.
Yeah,
is
that
that
was
the
with-
show
that was the show.
the Afro Man show.
Okay.
That was actually really fun.
That was
That was
the
I was laughing because like, dude, if I
Dog
were there, I
shit
was like, you were
A6000.
there.
I just wasn't gonna say
Then he
nothing.
was black out of the green room.
Yeah, I was drinking all Afro Man's Colt 45s.
Dude, and then
Did he ever show up?
And then, yeah, he fucking at like
He didn't touch
12:30.
those things.
They
dude.
got pissed
but-
when we drank.
Those things
But
were
the
going
booker
warm.
was like, "Who drank Afro Man's Colt 45?"
I was like, that's crazy.
Betty's
Who
like-
would ever take those Colt 45s out of the refrigerator?
Dude, I had a backpack and I was stuffing them in the backpack.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
had a
yeah.
backpack full of them, and I
These
brought them
are
out to like all
iconic.
my buddies in the crowd. I was like, "Yo, fellas, these are Afro Mans." Like, get them, get them. Everyone was
on
like,
the hat,
"No
get 'em on the
way,
hat."
dude."
Yeah, that was good.
That's awesome.
Shout out Afro Man.
Thanks for the Colts, dude.
I was honestly, I was so jealous that night when you guys were playing with Afro Man. I was like, this is the coolest thing of all time, and then the fucker never showed.
Yeah,
He did
did
show, but
show up.
he
Showed
did
at,
like
like,
what a
midnight.
what a
We-
like lame fucking move. You're
yeah,
not
we
like-
held out so long in the crowd, but
Dude.
I think I was home and for maybe an hour or two before he showed up.
Yeah.
Someone texted me,
Hey,
"Well, he
kid."
actually came out and played one song and left."
Dude, I was walking out with my amp. I almost ran into him. I had like my big combo
You're like,
amp.
"Yo."
Get this guy out of
It's
the way.
like 30 pounds. It was on my shoulder. I literally almost ran right into him.
What you say? You say anything cool?
I said, "Yeah, watch where you're going, dude."
Fuck out of my way.
Fuck off, Afro Man.
No, I didn't say anything.
Dino
really.
tried to kiss him.
Yeah, you guys.
I actually tried to put
Dino's
him on
on
my
that?
shoulders, and he was like, "No."
No, you tried to
Touch
kiss
me. I
him.
was like, "I can squat you, dude." He's like, "No, you can't." I'm like, "Get on my
You're
shoulders."
like, you know how much
He's like,
water I
"Get on my-"
drink?
Yeah, you know how much fucking water's in these quads, dude. Is this queer? Is this
Awesome.
queer?
Is that your favorite show? That one specifically?
Yeah, I don't know if that's our favorite. My favorite might be the. I mean, I don't know if we all ever own. Mine might be the Wonderfront one.
Yeah, big time.
Really?
You guys played Wonderfront?
Big
Yeah.
Wonderfront,
Played
yeah.
at Wonderfront, yeah.
Shout out Dino.
That was
Dino,
Yeah. How'd you pull that one off?
how did you pull that off, Dino?
Yeah, so we were just kind of like messaging. Like,
Always be
guys,
selling.
Yeah, always be selling.
Always be selling. Nothing. We got in touch with. So there's a guy in San Diego. The guy who puts it on, he owns part of Sports Arena, like Pachanga, and he was putting it on, and they needed more like local bands. So I was like, oh, we have a bunch of local bands. Hey yo. And then I talked to them, and they ended up putting us on. And it was like a smaller stage, but it was great exposure for us. And yeah, we were running around, and it was fun because they put us in like the artist areas. We had artist passes, so we were just, we were right
Dude,
by
that was sick.
right by Action
I
Bronson's
fist
trailer.
bumped Action
That's sick.
Bronson.
What?
Milky
Yeah,
Chance.
Yeah, right before his show, he had the same set as us,
Yes.
and I went up and I was like, dude, like, I'd love to see you, but like we're playing at the same time, but good luck. And I gave him a fist bump, and I was like, that was the coolest thing ever.
Bronsolino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's Ben
Yeah.
loves Bronson.
Love him.
It was rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How wide was he in person?
How wide? He's trimmed down a
he-
bit.
I think he's been trimming down.
He's
heavy.
been working out.
Less cooking.
Did he
more
have that
rapping.
hammer that he's been swinging
I
recently?
know he
That
didn't
boy can
have
body
it.
surf, too.
No, yeah, no, he
Yeah,
loves
boogie board.
like boogie board and stuff.
Yeah.
His videos at the wave pools are hilarious.
He's a tank. I gave him like a little like back rub before, and dude, his
Oh yeah, you snuck
In that shirt or what?
and it was like his traps were like rocks. I was like, whoa! I thought he was gonna be like a jelly roll. He was a full on fucking monster.
Yeah.
Run through a fucking wall.
Yeah, I think we're
He
built
needed
pretty
to.
similar, him and I.
Yeah.
Short.
Let me feel
Wide.
those traps. Get over here. Need a massage.
Nah, you don't want to feel these
Yeah,
stuff.
I was
get
trying to
those-
get Jack on the mass gainer, just to see
Yeah,
how wide we
ooh.
can get him.
I think I could hit 250
He goes this
for
way.
sure.
You know, like when he's lifting, he just goes this way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 1260 a scoop calories.
Oh,
So
that's
we might
psycho.
we might try that next. see if I can.
We're gonna get
fill
him
it.
down to 150, and then we're gonna get him to 250
Yeah.
in that order.
I'm gonna need to sit there by myself. Just the
Unit.
double wide.
Bunch of parmesans. Bunch of chicken palms.
So what's your guys like marketing kind of tactics? Are you heavy on the Instagram? Heavy on the
Busking. That's
Yeah?
kind of one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the most fun one for sure.
what is it? Buzz King?
Busking, where you just like we play on the boardwalk.
Oh, sweet.
Generator. Yeah, I was kind of joking,
Where's your-
but
No,
Where's
that
your?
kinda is actually.
Where do you do that at? Which
Can't tell you,
boardwalk?
dude. Can't be right in our spots, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be out there
having a
having a
podcast.
You bring me
Next
on your
time you're trying to go,
podcast,
yeah,
get
we're
a
gonna
couple
be
beers
setting
in me,
up.
so
We
we
actually
actually
get some marketing thing.
Yeah, we make bagels too. We'll
Next
just be making bagels.
Next
and-
question.
Yeah,
Don't clip that.
yeah, it's cool. If you don't want people to know where you play on the boardwalk, so that's on you.
What's your marketing? No, we can't tell you.
Yeah, how do you market? We don't.
We just play boardwalk.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up though? Are you allowed to market that, or you want to keep that a secret?
So pretty
Recording.
much. So we have like 3 songs completely done. Working on the 4th now. Going back into record. We're about to do 5 more songs. So we're about to have like 8,
We got
9
Four-
songs.
We got almost 5 done right now. Jam and cheese, and then the
Yeah,
other
what was
two.
that, man?
Whoa.
Yeah.
We have like 5
Cherry
songs.
one.
But we're going to record.
And will you sprinkle in
in
shows
November.
and try them out at shows, or just
Right now, just recording takes
Grinding.
so long, and it's like we want to have a product out there. Like I've played in other bands where we ended up just like, playing shows every single week, and you kind of get burnt out or you get stuck in the covers. Versus this, it's like, hey, I want to we all need to do more of like an original thing, and that was kind of the goal of this. And I don't know, we want to have at least a few albums, a few EPs out there, so when someone does go find us on Spotify or
Yeah.
sees us playing, they're gonna be like, oh.
do you love doing the covers though, like live, or you'd rather
I do.
bust your own stuff?
I like my own stuff. Or I like our own stuff.
It goes
Kinda.
back and forth for me.
You could just busk and do covers all day.
Dude, all
It
day.
seems like there's a happy medium, right?
It's a
Like,
happy medium.
when
depends
you,
on the cover.
especially when you're playing a longer set,
Yeah.
it seems like a cover here and there like keeps people engaged.
Yeah,
You
especially
know?
if you
Original
make it
stuff
like
definitely doesn't
original
do that.
cover type.
That's what I was
I'm
gonna say.
kidding.
Fresh takes. I think. I don't think we have anything super close. We have a tour that we're gonna do in February. Like so far, just 3 days, maybe longer. if we-
California strictly, or
yeah, just the coast.
until
but,
we go to Wilmington, North Carolina.
Till we go to
the
Sorry,
ballroom.
boys.
Help
We
us
actually
out.
do want to do like a southeast,
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
like North Carolina, maybe all the way down to like Tallahassee.
He's bringing his Fender, dude. With
You could do like a
strap,
Texas
dude.
tour. I don't know.
Right.
I've always wanted to
straps,
go on
dude.
tour. I've never
Yeah.
been on a tour, so
yeah,
I'm
we'll,
like,
we'll
hey.
go with you.
Didn't
Let's
you?
do
You
some
had a
rides.
bus for a while, right? And weren't you building that out for a tour?
I did. Ideally that was, but COVID hit. No one was touring. Music died. So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck it. I'm gonna live in it.
The
for a
album
little
died.
Bit.
Yeah.
Album
the
died.
dream died.
Dream died. But
Yeah.
hey, had to relight it somehow.
Yeah.
So hey,
With the torch and some gasoline, fire it up.
exactly. All gas, baby. No brakes.
What other bands you guys like playing with around here?
We played with a bunch. We played with Three Legged Dog. We played with Bush Divers, was super fun.
Shout out Jamie.
Jamie,
The laugh.
Yeah.
have you played with Band of Gringos yet?
No, we haven't. That would be super rad. They're sick. Who else?
It's kind of we don't play a lot of shows.
Yeah, we,
You're
We
grinding.
haven't.
Kind of just woodshed.
Keeping
Shut
it
up,
Steely Dan.
craft.
Just do a bunch of recordings and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like being big in PB or in San Diego in general is like shows, but I feel like if you want to expand past that, if you put more time into the music
Yeah.
making,
It's
it
also
could,
like when
yeah.
I don't know, at least me personally, like I like the original stuff, and I think when I look back one day, like it would be sick to have like this little body of work versus like,
Hell yeah.
because we've all played in cover bands, we've all done the band thing, and like playing on stage is fun, but like, I don't know, I really get off on like the creative process sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I made this shit.
so it would be sick to look back one day and just have a little body of work like representing kind of you for in a period
Absolutely.
of time with your dogs. So,
So,
yeah.
I'm big on like making posters and stuff, and for that exact reason, you
Yeah.
know, to like have up on the walls and like have a couple spread out throughout the house. It's just
Yeah.
cool to like
That's
walk
sick.
by and be like, oh, I remember that.
I
Or,
still,
you know.
I still have some posters from like I was in a college band. I still have some of those posters, and they're just kind of rad because like they really help you solidify memories.
Were you guys all self-taught or?
I played as a kid. I had piano lessons.
Yeah.
But then it was like I quit as soon as I could.
Yeah, I feel like if you have a good understanding of piano,
Yeah.
you can pick up anything because you're
Yeah.
reading music at that point, right? And it's all.
Yeah, I can't actually
Can
read
you
music, but I mean I can. So
You
like
can play piano without reading music.
Yeah, for sure.
No way.
Is that one thing that I think that's really cool about our band and maybe sets us apart from other bands as far as chatting with them is that like today it's like a pretty theory heavy band. Like all the boys are pretty keen on theory and like we all communicate in like the Roman numerals and yeah, it's kind of cool. I think I started playing piano like I originally got into piano through jazz and that's like kind of they have like a way of talking about shit and I feel like you guys are both super into that too. So
Yeah.
We're getting there.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we're
You guys
getting
are
there.
Music
there.
nerds.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's also
actually
mad,
helps a lot.
It's mad easy, especially on guitar. It's way easier.
And it just opens you up so much more like creatively. Like, I don't know. It just,
So what do you mean by that? Like you're all writing
1
your
4
own
minor,
parts and-
3 2 half diminished, 5 1 minor.
Yeah, see, that's a foreign language to me.
Yeah, that's how we talk though in the garage for sure.
Really?
The 1-4-5.
Yeah.
the 1-4-5. Yeah, I mean, there you go.
3
That's
6
like-
2 5 1.
Yeah.
2 half diminished.
I played some
5
guitar in my
alt
day. I
1.
know a little theory.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
A
go.
little pentatonic action.
Let's go.
Well, 6-5-4, dude. We're pretty big fans of the
Tritones?
6-5-4 lately.
Yeah, anything
Anything
Is that
subdominant.
timing or
Four.
what is that?
No,
I have
these are like-
actually no idea.
It's like
harmonies.
degrees of a scale.
It's
Yeah,
like in a
essentially,
key,
like-
and then
Oh.
each
Yeah.
number in the
Your 6
key.
chord, your 5 chord, your 4 chord.
Like the like
your 1, 4,
OG
5.
blues is like the
That-
1-4-5.
Yeah.
It's
and
foreign language to me too. We're
Yeah.
drummers.
That's
Just
right, buddy.
banging on shit.
Dino's
Foreign
keen to
language.
learn though, dude. You were pulling me to like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
teach
were,
me
we were
this one.
talking the other
Yeah.
day. You're writing your own drum parts, and like you're
Oh yeah.
basically, I mean, you're actually writing them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
I
grinding.
like
So-
I
to
hit
sit
this
down
one at
and
this
be
time. I
like-
hit this one at another time.
I mean,
Yeah.
drum sheet music
and,
is
and then I hit these two at the same time.
right hand.
Dino loves.
Just like a bunch of
We'll
dots
come
on a
in. There's
piece
like
of paper.
equations all over the wall. like
wires
it's
everywhere.
like RL, RL, RL.
Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's got like Chat GPT on a big screen. Like,
And Bitcoin up in the
Yeah,
corner.
exactly.
Yeah.
got a Bitcoin ticker up there
Yeah.
too.
It's like 21 Jump Street when he just puts all the 4s on the big chalkboard.
Pretty much how it is.
Classic.
That's sick though.
That's cool. The theory stuff though. It's a little deeper than just letting it fly.
Yeah, it's just helpful.
Some thought process.
It's really helpful. Well, honestly, like if you listen to most, I like to listen to a lot of interviews with like my favorite musicians, and like a lot of them know that stuff. Like, I don't know. The product is them on stage having a good time or doing this or the record, but like underneath it all, there's like I feel like there's some degree of like, I don't know, technical stuff,
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah.
What you want to call it?
And as like an outsider looking in, like it being a foreign language to me, I feel like from a communication standpoint for all them, it's like incredible because it's like in creativity standpoint. Because if they all know where like the 6 is or the 5 is or the inversion of this, it's like
The relative minor.
That's
It,
crazy.
Relative
it
minor,
changes
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It,
it
it
is.
makes it sound so
That is
sick.
so
But I
tricky
didn't
to
start
me.
doing that
And
till
I'm
I
like,
was, at
whoa.
least me personally, I didn't do that till I was in this band. Really started till playing with this guy because like when we first started this band, he'd be like, all right, do like, 2-5-1. I'd be like,
that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
fuck
piano
off.
shit. Though, isn't it?
oh,
That's
wait,
all
so
that
like
shit.
E minor? Like, I don't know. I would just be like, what chord? Like, but like
It's-
since then and now it's like a game changer.
Yeah, I
It's
think
fu-
piano and blues and stuff is like. big
It's
on
funny
that.
that's a piano thing though, because like learning guitar, I think I was able to learn like again I did that show at like Music Box, only playing guitar for 4 months or 3 months at the time, and I was like playing full on songs and parts, solos. But
You played guitar for 3 months when you played that show?
yeah,
Are you kidding me?
It was
No.
insane.
He
He's
picked it
picked
up
up
fast.
guitar like I've never seen anyone.
but
pick
it's
it up.
because of those ones and
And they
twos.
gave you a solo.
Yeah, like it's I had written it out before.
Ding,
It
ding.
wasn't.
Yeah,
it
it's-
wa-
It was
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
pre-recorded
say,
on
you
a
looked
loop
like you
pedal.
didn't
And
play
No,
guitar.
okay,
Yeah, here it is.
Not quite that, but like when if I solo,
man, check this out.
He comes out with the weed
Yeah, you're like, fuck your Colt 45s.
no, but yeah, for sure. It's funny that you say it's a piano thing because on guitar it's so much easier. Like for example, piano when you change the key, every single note and the chord changes. Guitar, you just go, you're there.
Yeah, everything on the card just like repeats over and
Yeah,
over
it's
and over.
rad.
Like this way.
You just
and this
plug
way.
shapes in
But
relatively.
then it has
I
other stuff
guess.
that makes it really complicated because there's in piano one note in one location, and guitar one note can have like 10. I don't know how many locations.
Yeah.
That trips me out.
Well, because
Yeah.
guitar, like piano, I feel like the notes go like
Yeah.
this.
linear.
Guitar, they go like horizontal, vertical, diagonal. There's like all kinds of shit you can do. So
Yeah, that's why guitar is just like way sicker.
Yeah, it's sick. No, I love guitar for sure. And learning guitar helped me a lot with piano too because I think there were things I learned on guitar that I was like, I don't actually know how to do this in piano. I was like, I better learn. So yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, do you play guitar too? Is that how you got into bass, or were you always just a bass?
Yeah, I started with guitar. I've kind of played like my whole life off and on. I had some lessons when I was young. I played a little bit more in college, and then I found myself like basically when I played along with songs, I would just kind of play the bass lines of the songs on guitar, and then I was like, oh no, I think I'm a bassist. Like
closet
I'm
bassist.
transitioning. I'm
Yeah.
transitioning.
Yeah.
Came home one day.
This is my
Dad,
identity.
Mom,
It's so
think
in
I'm a
right now.
bassist.
Yeah, and
We still love you.
but like I've been playing for a while, and I'm decent,
Do you
but
ever want to pick up a horn too?
Dude, it's serious.
The bassist and the horns, I feel like they always go together. You know. No
I've never
trumpets?
tried it before, but I'd be down. My brother played trumpet in middle school, and it was way too loud for the house. But he played trumpet and the
Little Ray
snare
Charles?
drum and like the school band, and those are just like the loudest things in the world.
Jake.
Yeah.
I always applaud my parents. I'm like, who gives a second grader a drum set?
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah, you
it's
got-
wild.
in like
got
a
bursitis?
non-designated like room. You know, my first drum set was
Just in the living room.
was in the living room of like the highest ceiling part of the house, tucked up against the wall. Yeah,
He's
it's
got
just,
that
like,
and he golfs. It's like the two opposite ends of the spectrum. Was his childhood was
Mm.
golf and drums.
Golf and
There you
drums.
go.
bang shit and
Be quiet
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
and be quiet while I putt.
and be technical. Yeah, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Love it.
So shows coming up, or what do you guys got on the agenda? You got
Just
the
as-
recordings coming.
Studio days.
Is that going to be the focus for the next couple months?
Yeah, probably till the new year.
And then I think we're gonna do like the California run in like February-ish, end of
20th.
February.
Mm-hmm.
Get the
We're-
calendars ready.
We're gonna
Yeah.
play. Yeah, we're gonna end it up. The goal is we're gonna do a couple shows up the coast and then come back and finish it at some location in San Diego. We haven't decided yet. 21st of Feb, and that way we have like 3 or 4 days on the road, and then we come back hopefully like kind of styling,
Yeah.
and then crush it back
Like
home.
start and
Yeah.
end in
And it'll-
San Diego.
Yeah, we're not gonna start in San Diego, just end there, and then it'll be our first time playing there in a while. So, and like hopefully I feel like just watching us, even in the last like couple months as a band, we've grown a ton. And like by that time, and then after going to the road, I think we're gonna be pretty nasty. So I'm
And some-
stoked.
Some new
Yeah.
songs too.
Yeah.
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 Sweet.
Yeah. They're fired up.
Yeah, there's something about like if you're playing a lot of shows in a short period of time, and you guys are playing similar set. Like I remember coming back and playing like the coming home show, and it was like we could all done it with our eyes closed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just sounds so good,
Super
and you're
tight.
just like you know exactly what's going on, and you're
And
just
on
like
top,
exactly.
you have all your buddies there.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Who weren't there for the other days. Like you were
Yeah.
playing empty rooms, then all of a sudden, everyone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all ready to go.
That's
Yeah,
what we're imagining.
There's something about that for sure. Yeah.
I think going back, I think we talked about it earlier. I think one of the things I'm most proud of, obviously, it's a lot of things with the band, but the music video, going back to that was like one of the funnest things in my perspective because it was just a huge party. It's where we all met, and it was something that I grew up watching music videos my whole entire life. And I was like, I always wanted one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think music videos are the coolest thing in music. in
Yeah.
my
And
opinion.
you guys did it right.
Yeah,
Like,
we were
you
like,
guys
let's
absolutely did
make
it
this
right.
like legit. You
Yeah.
know, if we're gonna make a music video, let's go balls to the wall. And we had a blast. And that, like I said, it was nostalgic for us because it was like the first place that we met, first place we jammed, and then it kind of turned into this afterwards. So it
Yeah.
was like it was really cool in that sense. So
Did you have the concept for the video beforehand, or was it just something that like kind of came off
More
the
or
cuff?
less, yeah.
Yeah.
We planned it out.
We had a storyline that we wrote out. I don't know how hard it, like, I think it comes through a little bit in the video if you really pay attention. I mean, it does when I watch it, but it was so funny because we had all these parts, and then, like, as the party kind of got going, and, like, we were having a good time.
Turned into a rage.
Yeah, low-key, I was like, I remember at one point I was talking to the director, I was like, yo, we haven't done this scene yet. He's like, I don't think we can. And so, like, I mean, but that's captured in the video. Like, we had a funny storyline that we wrote, but it was really just to capture, like, there's some scenes of friends and stuff, and, like, yeah, it captures other stuff really well.
Yeah, that I watched that music video and I was like, I cannot believe I didn't go to that party.
Yeah,
Like, it's just like
it would've been your
looked
birthday
so
party.
fun, and it was just
there'll be another.
Dude, it was honestly like, at one point I was like, this is out of control. Dude. I was like, this is out of control. I was
Did
like,
the cop show up?
you know, they got the camera on you. You got to be
No.
like, yeah, I'm playing.
No,
like,
they
yeah, I'm
never
having
did.
fun and all
Yeah,
that.
it's a
Then
perfect
like,
party then.
dude,
We
and then
started
the
so
camera, you're
early.
like, I'm like
Yeah.
pushing kids off.
Yeah,
the
he said it was gonna be like
pedal
10
board,
hours. of-
pushing kids this way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was sick, but it was like, I remember we started.
Cody was freaking out.
Dude,
And the
the
kids,
owner
dude,
of the house.
shout out
gotta
Cody if
shut
you're
this
watching this,
down.
honestly.
Right now,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, dude.
with the owner of the house was there.
Yeah, they were there. They were
Super
they were
nice
awesome.
dude.
They were awesome because they let us use the house.
Isn't that where Reed lives?
Not at the
Reed,
time.
Reed
He
moved
used to
out
live
at the
there.
time,
Oh,
so it
okay.
was like roommates that he had
And you guys
Back
met
then.
at that house originally.
We met at the house,
originally
yeah.
in that corner where we were.
And you
playing
guys
that
were
music video.
already.
So
in a
yeah,
band.
I wasn't there when they all met, but we were playing in a different band at the time.
It was like a little cover band, honestly. It was like my first band. It was like a little junior band. Play some covers. It was a good time.
Yeah.
That's where like we started. Me and him were really like, you were in it for like the last 2 or 3 months or so. But like me and him, like that's
That
how
was
like we
wild.
actually met.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Shout out Love Buzz.
yeah. Shout out
Love Buzz. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We just pretty much ripped like PB house parties.
dude.
Learned
Yeah.
like 30 covers and played like some long cover sets, but it was a lot of
Dude, it's
fun.
actually a good way to cut your teeth, like
Yeah.
a little bit, like kind of get a feel for like not just learning songs, but also like being on stage and like what goes into gigs and like that kind of stuff. It was good.
Yeah.
A little training.
Yeah, how to set up your gear and tear it all down at the end of the show
Yeah.
and like
Not get too drunk. Not get too drunk to play.
Literally, yeah, not to get too drunk.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, hope you know the house owners well enough to leave your stuff there overnight. And not
Is that
have
what
to
you guys
move it
did?
out.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes at some house parties where we
Yeah.
know the people are like, hey, is it cool if you just pick this stuff up tomorrow?
I did
Dude,
for sure.
I used to think gear was sick. Like I remember, like when I first started playing guitar, and like like I don't know, I thought all the pedals and all the gear was cool, and it'd be sick to like just walk in and see like your stack set up with like your little board. And then like once you start playing in a band, like I don't know, I like gear, but then like now I realize why bands have roadies, because now it's just like a fucking hassle to like lift all your shit up, move it out, like
Drummer.
Yeah,
The worst.
talking about
Yeah.
at the guitarist.
Yeah,
dude.
talk about gear.
drums.
That's
dude.
why it's like drummer down a back line. Let's go.
yeah, all day. House drums. What do you got?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, cool. I don't
Hey,
even
headliner,
care
can I
what you
use
have.
yours?
I'm playing it.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you break fucking drums though.
Yeah, I do.
yeah,
Problem.
yeah.
Heck yeah, boys.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
We're excited
Thanks
excited
for
to
the
hear
time.
the new recordings.
Yeah, we're.
Is there gonna be another music video? Is that what it sounded like?
For sure. It's just wishing it went.
I
Yeah.
think for one of these new songs,
We
definitely.
might have to film it in here.
Be rad.
Yeah, we got to figure
In
out a
the living
concept
room.
for it.
Yeah, it'd
but
be
I'm
like
down.
starts as a podcast, fake podcast, boom, blows into a music video,
Yeah.
stripper pole. It's a wrap. I'll direct it.
Strippers everywhere.
direct
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's got a vision.
Yeah. And young Jamie.
You know, Parmesan came to
Jamie
us. He had a
that.
real good vision. We weren't gonna go in the first, but you
Yeah.
know,
He sold us.
Yeah,
he
the
brought out
par-
the stripper pole. We were like, all right, this
Yeah.
guy's onto
He
something.
put Parmesan all over.
Yeah.
it.
Hold on.
Little olive oil.
All right, Parmesan, we'll give you a shot.
Yeah. Well, fuck yeah, boys.
Yeah.
Give the people a shout out. Where do they find you?
What's up?
Where do the people find you? Spotify,
OnlyFans.
Instagram,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Expensive,
Porcelain _band.
P-Hub.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. What is the Instagram handle?
Some
I can't
manginas
imagine
of all of
Porcelain
us.
was available.
Porcelain.band. You can find us on
Wow,
Instagram.
fire.
You can find us on Spotify. It's Porcelain. On the
X.com.
Porcelain. X.com.
Spank
I don't
bang.
think we have a.
I don't think
No
we have
X.
that.
No.
We don't have a
X.
TikTok either. We need to work on that
Yeah, we got to do that.
one
but-
day.
It's kind of
So,
one game we're lacking in a
Instagram.
little bit is socials. Yeah.
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 Amazon.
Well, you guys got a cool thing going where
Yeah.
it's like mostly recordings right now.
Yeah.
And
We're
you're like
artists.
pushing that. And
Yeah.
yeah. And you guys like
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Stick
you
to
got
that for
more
sure.
plays than most people I know already.
It's a grind though. Like that's what you realize. Like there's so much that goes into it. I think we have to do a better job of, like keeping phones up. But that's a whole thought process of like, oh, film this, put it together. But Ryan actually,
And that kind of sucks too, because then it doesn't seem as like
Authentic.
natural and authentic. Yeah.
We're born in the wrong
Stuff.
era, I think.
yeah, because I think that is
Yeah.
definitely a thing for our generation. Is like, oh my God, you have your phone out right now. Like this whole thing is ruined. And I even feel it. Like sometimes someone will film you playing, all of a sudden you choke up. But like,
yeah.
Ryan's actually a talented video editor, huh, bud?
I like to do some video editing.
What'd you win?
It's-
Where was that big award?
He's a talented,
like-
he's a talented young teenager.
I got the audience award at my high school film festival.
Oh yeah.
Little film.
He's
I put
actually gonna
together.
film.
But
we underutilize it.
it's just like super basic video editing stuff. But I like to do that. It's
We'll
just
hook you up with
another
young
thing.
Jamie here.
Yeah.
Yes, Ryan is a
I
secret
can
secret
do this
talent
thing.
boy.
Think you
dude.
could work one of these, dude? No, I'm kidding.
Do you use Premiere? Or what do you use to edit?
I don't want to say it out loud.
LimeWire? Is that what
I
you-
know, iMovie.
Just iMovie. No, I'm super talented.
Canva.
No,
It's one of those like pre-made like edits, and you put your little clips in there.
Yeah,
and it
your
has, like,
December camera roll that your
It's-
mom sends you. Every
It's
fucking
bare
month.
bones stuff, but like Oliver had ideas for the music video, and I basically brought it in there and chopped it up and like made his thing, and then we gave it to them, and it was like a clear way to show it. And I've done some stuff for like reels for the music video that came out. So
Yeah, they were sick.
there's stuff like that I can do.
You need that guy, and it is usually the bass player.
Yes,
He's a content guy.
or the trumpet player.
Yeah. Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Ray Charles doesn't play trumpet.
Sure he does.
Sure he does.
Wait, what?
Yeah, sure he does.
Sure he does.
Yeah.
You ready?
No, videos. I think videos
Sure he
are
does.
awesome. For that standpoint of like, my favorite thing is like a show recap.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
If you can get a bunch of good clips and throw it together.
Big
Combo.
big
Those
shout
are
out.
awesome.
Big shout out. Freaking Quinn. On the videos, always doing cool videos.
Yeah.
I know he did that promo for our show.
Bush
Oh,
divers.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Bush
he's
divers and
rad.
Winston's.
We have another really cool video from him. What is it? Shout out Murdy Media, dude.
Nerdy Media.
He's been awesome.
Yeah,
He-
this is a good time to get the shout outs in. You guys shout out more.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like we went to the show the other day at Ripe. They spent like 12 minutes on shout out. Shout out to this guy who moved my chair 2 inches to the right. I was like, jeez, dude. At this point, but yeah, he also made some cool videos that we are gonna put out eventually. We'll get around to that.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll work on that. For
We
now,
do
the
have that.
music first.
Nice. Music first.
Yeah.
They got your Instagram handle.
Yep.
OnlyFans coming soon. A lot of music.
Exclusive Dino content.
Exclusive Dino.
Straight
content.
mangina.
A lot of
A lot
water.
of demand for this guy,
This is
dude.
Dino
He's
drinking 2
gonna
gallons of water a day.
He's gonna single-handedly bring back NFTs. Sweet.
We're the
Yeah.
porn stars.
I think we're
Let's
done.
go.
Cool boys.
Right,
Episode
dude.
2, Greenroom
yeah.
Pod.
Thank you
in
so
the
much.
books.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was rad.
boys.
Jamie.
Young Jamie. Shout out to Jamie.
Yeah, shout out Jamie.
Zach from the Bush divers.
Come
Shout
on
out
in
to
and
Bush
hang out
divers.
with your pals.
Check him
Jamie.
out on
Yes.
Spotify.
Bring it on in, Jamie.
Yo.
That's awesome.
Cheers, Menderson.
Oh, were we? I thought we were for sure over. That's why I started to end it.
What was the time?